brand new Lorde album, Virgin. It's been like 4 years since Solar Power dropped. I was not huge on that record. I am a massive Melodrama fan, though. One of my favorite pop albums of all time. The singles have sounded pretty good. Can't say that I think that it's going to be on Melodrama level, but what is? I'm going to go into this with open ears. I've been looking forward to this. Let's do it. Yeah, we listened to the single already. I think this is my favorite of the singles. It's between this and Man of the Year. I mean, it's just such a great timbre in the synths. Like, it feels so vibrant. Jimmy Stack cooked on this one. I love this outro. I wish that outro had another verse. I mean, I don't know about you guys. Listen, I liked this the first time I heard it, but the more I've heard this track, the more I've really gotten sucked in by the lyricism. Still really love the when you're holding a hammer, everything looks like a nail. From a dream, well, baby, what was that? It's still my least favorite single, but I think this track's solid. It's solid. I said it like so many times, but it reminds me of Sylvan S.O. It just does. I know that's a specific reference, but if you like this song, check out Sylvan S.O. The percussion's sick on this one, too. Surprised you didn't like this? I do like this one fine. I like this one fine. It's my least favorite of the singles. I think it is like listen, I think Jimmy Stack did a good job on this, but it does sound like a little bedroom poppy. Not that there's anything inherently wrong with bedroom pop. This song's a little bit less lush than a lot of Lorde shit, but like, you know, at the end of the day, I think this is a good song. So, all right, first new song, Shapeshifter. Burial?
I know. Don't have a sour taste.
Sounds like Burial.
When you get close enough, I let down my brakes. If I found without it,
ooh.
I gotta stop. So I'm not affected. I've been the ice, I've been the flame. I've been the fruit that leaves a stain. I've been up on a pedestal.
Wow, super deep, low pass synth, or strings, I guess.
On a shirt, I see a hot man.
I love this chorus. I'm in love with this chorus already. And these strings, these deep strings. Hold on, I feel like we're going somewhere. We're going somewhere. Like Kate Bush at me. Okay, that shit took me out. That is better than anything I've heard from this record so far, I think. And bar none, easy. You know, I love the breakbeat. The breakbeat starting it off with kind of this like dark, like UK garagey sort of breakbeat, and have it really get like buried underneath there when those strings come in and all of that stuff. I mean, it develops in such a beautiful way. I can't say that I really truly understand all of these lyrics yet, but the ones that I've heard that like hit for me and sunk in for me really worked. So, I mean, I really, really, really like this. I think that track just sonically, that outro, oh my God. Okay, that's my favorite on the album so far. We didn't comment on this album only being 34 minutes.
You met me at a really strange time in my life. Who's gonna love me like this? Oh, who could give me like this? Swish mouthwash, jerk off.
You got it. You got to swish mouthwash,
Days
jerk
go
off.
by.
It's got to be. Daily routine stuff.
Who's gonna love me like this? Oh, who could give me like this? How I hope that
I love how it gets there.
go change my shoulders,
Bro.
Let's hear it for the man of the year, man of the year.
You know what's interesting about this record and like the single choices is that what was that really set the record up to be kind of like an electropop, like synth pop thing. But this song it's art pop. You know, this is a choice that like this sort of outro is kind of a choice a Perfume genius would make. But I love that it got there, and I love the drums that Jimmy Stack is using on here. It's so fucking interesting. Like the texture of it is crazy. There's always someone in chat when I mention the genre art pop that think I'm talking about the Lady Gaga album, which is funny and confusing on Lady Gaga's part because the Gaga album art pop isn't the genre. There's not a single art pop song on art pop. That's real. Okay, favorite daughter.
When no one gave a damn, it was you in the dark.
Ooh.
For your love, 'cause I'm an actress. All of the medals are
Synth wild. Crazy synth part.
You had a brother, I look like him. You told us as kids.
My favorite with you? She's from New Zealand.
I'm
crazy on the synth lead, man. I love this synth lead. Whoa, bridge.
I'm a good actress. Look at the medals I won.
Okay. Okay.
Everywhere I run, I'm always my mother.
I love the chorus. I think the more and more we go through this album, and the more it's a consistent theme to have these kind of really kind of weird off-kilter lyrics, regardless of whether it was a result of Lorde doing psychedelics or not. I don't really care. I'm enjoying it more and more and more, knowing that it's such a consistent theme that we have these like hyper specifics and like these kind of like, whoa, what does she mean by that moment? Current affairs.
And when I felt it hit, then someone throws a flare. You tasted my underwear, I knew we were fucked.
Just to be clear, she said you tasted my underwear, right?
In my mouth like current affairs.
You say, girl, your pussy good at grip me good?
Watching the tape of the honeymoon. Would you dive to the ocean floor?
This is such a trip because the song instrumentally is so pretty.
Mama, I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
Wow.
You ever
This is so Bon Iver coded. I'm gonna let you in on a secret.
I think he's gonna blame it.
Yeah, no, somebody said it gives Bon Iver vibes. Jimmy Stack produced the last Bon Iver album, who's producing this Lorde record. Insane lyrical moments on this album, which is weird because this is like such like a pretty track. But the stark contrast there is kind of cool. But there's spitting in mouths happening, underwear tasting, a random vocal that says, girl, your pussy good, grip me good. That being said, as far as like sexual songs go, this is a really good one. I'm really enjoying this album lyrically. As weird as some lines, the occasional line is, like, I'm really paying attention.
After the ecstasy, testing for pregnancy,
All right, Clear Blue.
praying in MP3. Bars on my windows, you busting wide open till clearness is all I see. I'm free.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie, I was listening for Justin
There's
Vernon.
broken blood
I don't think he's in here though.
Passed through my mother, from her mother down to me. I rode you till I cried. How's it feel?
You say I rode you until I cried.
I remember how it feels to the clear blue. I remember how it feels to be.
Okay, listen. People in chat are being like, "Oh my god, look at the album cover." It's not that I wasn't expecting this album to be sexual, but the word choices, the lines that she's like, the way that she's talking about the sexuality is so, it's like, is really unique. Lips around your halo. I rode you until I cried. She's given us a lot to dig into lyrically, I guess, with this album. This is the one that a lot of people were worried about based off the title being Get Ready With Me, but we'll see. But that was a good interlude.
A grown woman in a baby tee. A grown woman.
A grown woman in a baby tee.
Wide hips to the chip. 96. Soft lips. My mama's trauma. Since 96. Been looking for a grown woman. Left undressed.
Dude, these stabs are sick.
2009. Maybe you finally know who you wanna be.
The baby T shout out is so crazy.
Wide hips to the chin, 96, skin scar, grown woman.
Wow. Bro, the timbre of this album, like just the sound palette Jimmy's like drawing from and Lorde is drawing from on this record is so interesting. It's so buzzy. It's even grittier than I expected it to be. And just the way that those drums sound, they sound like found Foley sort of stuff. Like this is like an electronic version of Fetch the Bolt Cutters percussion wise. Obviously it's not as insane, but it has like a similar vibe to it. It just is like a distorted electronic version of it. Yeah, I mean, I really just like the sonic direction of this record. Yeah, the more and more we get through it, I'm really liking these insane lines too.
Mystique is dead. Felt great to strip, new waist to hit.
Love the 808s
to
here.
admit, did I cry myself to sleep about that? Cheat about that? Rot teeth about that? I wanna punch the mirror.
Wow.
To make her see that this won't last.
That's a great line.
Spend my summer getting lost in my.
Oh!
It's just broken glass.
Vocals. It's giving Gracie Abrams. Time them out. Time them out.
I wanna punch the mirror to make her see that this won't last.
Dude, I love a self-love, self-empowerment song that isn't corny. It's a great chorus, man. Jesus Christ, bro. No, that's a great chorus. It's one of my favorite choruses on the album. I mean, I want to punch the mirror to make her see that this won't last. It might be months of bad luck, but what if it's just broken glass? I mean, those are the bars. Yeah, I mean, like this is the one out of all the ones that I've heard so far that I think has some of the most hit potential. You know what I mean?
'Cause I'm a mystic. I swim in waters that would drown so many other bitches.
Kind of rock and roll, huh?
In the gym, I'm exercising all my demons. They
like a river.
Sorry. Weight, and everything else falls away. Baby, whenever you break me, I can feel, don't need fantasy. Oh God, if she could.
This is a unique one.
As for me, I'm going back to the clay. You can tell them the bodies move like the spirits inside of baby. Oh God, if she could see me now. Oh God.
Okay, was that not all over the place? Not necessarily in a bad way, but I had no idea what direction this song was going from the get-go. I was like, that chorus didn't really match up with the verse. Like, I have no idea what the fuck was going on. But it worked. It worked somehow. I mean, it just because Jimmy Stack is such like a talented producer, they managed to make it work. But it did feel like that chorus and those verses were from two different songs. Did she say, because I'm mystic, I swim in waters that would drown so many other bitches? Let them know. Are we on the last song already? Damn. Okay, David.
Was I just someone to dominate? at the Sunset Tower. You said, open your mouth. To the ones we do.
Love the vocals here.
Uppercut to the throat, I was off guard. Pure heroin mistaken for featherweight.
Your heroin shout out. This is so Bon Iver. It's insane how Bon Iver this is. Christ.
Am I ever gonna love again till you understand? Tell it to him.
Goosebumps. I don't know about anyone else, but goosebumps on that one. Holy crap. That one was cutting. I think for me, like, that one out of all of the tracks here, and not because of a Jimmy Stack moment, because you worked on the last record, but it felt the most Bon Iver. What was your favorite from the album after first listen? We kind of just really flew through this. I know it's only 34 minutes, but it felt like even shorter than that. I think my favorites off the bat, I loved the breakbeats on Shapeshifter. I think that that's easily one of my favorites. The way that song developed in those like deep strings and then kind of like started poking out towards the end. The development of that track I think is so beautiful. I love the lyrics on Broken Glass. I love that chorus. I think that one is really, really strong. But I think David might have been my favorite on the album just by pure emotional impact and like beauty. Like I loved the way that those synths like peaked at the end too. I thought that was such a cool moment. But overall, what are you guys feeling on this album out of 10? As somebody that was like not head over heels about the singles, I really, really liked this. Way more than I thought that I was going to. Like a big suspicion of this record for me was that a lot of these songs don't sound like totally complete ideas, but that might just make it so the album feels like more of a complete package because all of these pieces put together make for something like really great rather than everything being just like good. And I think that even the singles in the context of the record sound so much better to me. But I like this album so much more than I thought that I would. And I think that there's a way that these very sexual lyrics and these very weird specifics could have come across as corny. Some of those sort of lines, I think, had a little bit less self-awareness on Lorde's last project. And the things that she was trying to parody on her last project on Solar Power, I think she wasn't doing as much parody as I thought that she was. You know, it felt a little bit too real. But this album, I felt way more introspective. And I think that the specifics that she's calling out and like the imagery and the real life experience, she's able to put it in a way that is like very vivid and clear, but like also unique and makes you think about it. I think that that's a really hard balance to make. Yeah, I mean, Jimmy did crazy good job on the production as well. I love the textures of this album. I think that that's something that he's always done extremely well. I think this is something that the more I listen to it, the more I'm going to have like a firm stance on the specifics, but just overall as like an all-encompassing thing, I really fucked with this. I thought this was really good. Like it's not melodrama, but nothing's melodrama. I will take it. And you know, the sexual stuff, some people might have a problem with the way that she's writing about it. I would so much rather someone be sexual and write about it in like an interesting way lyrically than just be saying shit, you know? It's a horny album, it is. There's multiple moments like that, but it's also a very introspective one.